Namaste, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show a sequence that is really great for strengthening the back and the core and helping you to get more control, not just strength, but control over those muscles. And this sequence is a flow from the shoulder stand to the plow and to the bridge. So I'm going to start by just showing you the hand placement that we use for bridge, because once I'm in it, you won't be able to see very well. So when we come from shoulder stand, we'll have our hands like this, usually in shoulder stand, with the fingers pointing up. When we come into the bridge pose, we want to turn the hands out and the thumbs as well. So one common mistake is people do something like this, and this would put too much pressure on the thumb joint. So we want to have the thumbs and fingers all pointing out away from the spine, and the heel of your hand should be right against the top ridge of your pelvis. Okay, so the first thing is to do shoulder stand. It's good to have a couple of blankets under your upper back for shoulder stand, and you want your head off of those blankets. The blankets raise up from the shoulders down, and we have now freedom for the neck to move without putting pressure on it. So to come into shoulder stand, you're going to lift your legs up, bring your hips up over the shoulders, and put your hands on your back. So we've got the fingers pointing more or less up in this position. And from here, you can come into plow. So take your feet down towards the floor behind you. They don't have to go all the way to the floor. Try to keep your legs straight, whether they go to the floor or not. If your toes come all the way to the floor, turn your toes under. Bring your hands together on the mat in front of your back with the fingers straight and thumbs interlocked. So this is the plow. From the plow, we can come back to shoulder stand. And now I'm going to turn all the fingers out, fingers and thumbs out away from the spine, and step over to the opposite end of the mat. You want to try to bring your elbows in under your wrists and extend your legs out to the end of the mat. This is the bridge. You would hold here. And then we can come from here back to shoulder stand by lifting the legs up, and we can turn the hands back with the fingers pointing up. And then to come out of shoulder stand, you would take your feet towards the floor behind you, hands to the mat, and roll down. Try to have as much control as you can as you lower the spine, lower the legs to the mat. So that's the standard sequence. I'm going to show a variation. So for some people, if they're still developing strength in the core, this is difficult to do. Or if you feel like you're using momentum, you're trying to throw your legs up, then you wouldn't want to do the sequence quite that way. So what you would do is, in that case, you can come from shoulder stand, and then just you can come into the plow the normal way. But to come into the bridge, we would roll down first. So take your hands down and roll down one vertebrae at a time, first the spine, then the legs, and then come into the bridge from there. So you can bend your knees, take your hips up, bring your hands under your back with the fingers all pointing out, and from there take your legs out. And now if you want to practice, you can try one leg at a time, going up. And if you're still not ready to go to shoulder stand, to roll down, then you can just take your hands out and lower down from there. And work on the sequence that way until you get strong enough to do the full flow that I showed in the beginning. So that's the flow, shoulder stand to plow to bridge. And if you practice that one every day, it's really great for strengthening your core and your back. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Namaste.